in the culture, the lifestyle, the music, and the DJs.
Hey, peace and blessings. This is Lucia D inviting you to join me each and every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. for Honey Drop here on iLive Radio. Journey with me each week as I spin the latest international sounds in new soul, R&B, hip-hop, and a little taste of everything in between. Every show features independent producers from across the globe in the beats beneath, and the 10 sweetest vibes of the week smooth out the night in the 10 Drop. Honey Drop, each and every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time here on iLive Radio, serving up audible treats like honey, always with a heavy beat drop.
Music back to back to back on iLive Radio.
Hello. Okay, welcome to BChic, not Bougie. I'm your host, Delecia, alongside DJ Richie. How you doing tonight? Don't worry.
Good.
We're great,
yes,
right?
We made it, which is what matters.
We made it because I was just coming in and you just came in, so it's all right. It doesn't matter as long as you guys see that we are here.
Exactly.
The show is starting on time, may I add? So, yeah.
Power. Yeah, we did it.
Richie, what's going on with you? I see you've been busy this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend was pretty busy.
It was hectic.
Yeah, the weekend was busy. Last couple of days been a little busy, but you know.
What'd you do? Did you go to were you DJing a couple events? Were you?
I did a wedding. I emceed a wedding on Saturday.
I seen that.
Yeah, and that was really fun.
How do you like doing weddings?
I do. They're a little nerve-wracking just because a lot of times, like, so this gig I kind of got through the DJ, DJ Prophet. So he, we've done a few weddings together, and you know, I guess he thinks I do a good job. But it's just like when you don't know the people,
it's hard to.
Yeah. So I think that part is always a little nerve-wracking, and just because you know you have everyone's attention, like they're all focuses on you for a portion.
But quick question. So like in those situations, obviously like they give you the rundown of how the night's supposed to go, obviously, right?
Yeah, they give me like the program and stuff, but in the meantime you want to have the crowd and like be entertained, not bored. So you gotta like have some jokes and stuff. Okay. But I'm the type that I'm not a comedian. So I don't have like I don't have like a
I always thought that.
No.
You were.
I don't have like a set. You know what I mean? Because I've seen like Jay Martin and other guys do it, but they have like material that they do, right? So I don't really do that. I kind of just work with whatever happens in the moment, and then like I'll use like the speeches or whatever, just kind of, and I do a lot of interacting with the crowd too.
The crowd, and the thing is, you can always feed off of the crowd. That always helps, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's fun. Like I'm always relieved at the end of the night when everybody's like, "Oh my God, you did such a great job." It's a good feeling, but before that, it's just like, because you never know. You just want to get that first laugh. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you know what the thing is? Crowds are always, I don't know if it's they just expect weddings to be boring or what they expect, but that first, like they're always like, should I laugh or should I
not?
You know what I mean? So it's like they're like, so then as MC you're like, was that good? Was it not? I don't know. But you kind of just gotta keep going and once you
feel
get
them out.
Yeah, well once you get them, then you get them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And
exactly.
It's a good time.
And you're natural at it, so it is what it is.
Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome. You do something with a natural act, like a niche for it. So it just, you know, that's why we loved you when you came on. I was like, oh my gosh, we're done. This is him. Back in the day.
Way back when.
Did you do anything else this weekend? Did you go anywhere else?
Sunday, my sister christened her baby. She has a son. So that, like the whole church and then the dinner. Yeah. Then I went to a barbecue after that. So Sunday was packed.
It was packed, right?
Sunday was packed. And then yesterday I was just like a zombie at work because the weekend was so full. I couldn't wait for 5 o'clock yesterday.
You just wanted to go home.
I couldn't wait. Yeah. So, you know, now we're here. What about you? I saw a couple things.
Yeah. Okay, well, in a nutshell, I was very busy. It was a lot of birthdays going on this weekend. Shout out to Alexis. Happy birthday. Love you, boo. KB, it was his birthday too. Shout outs to you. So yeah, we just went to there's a lot of birthdays. So, and Junior Jones, of course. Big up himself. Yeah. Big up your damn self and your bad part to them.
It was good?
It was so good. So, Junior Jones, South of 5th was going on this Saturday at Rebels. So we went there. This is a day party. I love day parties, although we arrived fashionably late because there's just so much that transpired prior to. But we got there and we had a good amount of time to enjoy ourselves. So that was good. We celebrated our birthday, or Alexis's birthday there. And afterwards, people just don't want to go home.
Because that's the only, I wouldn't say the downside.
Yeah.
But that's the only drawback for day parties. Because it's like,
there's so much time and you're so ready. You're kind of tipsy.
You're just like, well, what now? It's like 9:30. What are we going to do?
Oh my gosh.
Just like,
it was just, no.
Go home.
No one to go home.
Nobody.
I was like, okay, we don't want to go home. We're going to go to Coco Cabana. So we went to Coco Cabana. It was so good. I love the food. People get your meat, if you're a meat eater, medium. I don't know why people get it well done.
Because there's this whole thing. Medium is good.
No, medium is the best.
Yeah.
You are disrespecting the meat if you're cooking it.
But we cook it well done.
No, but well done is when you're home and you're cooking, right?
Exactly.
But when you're out and these are professionals and you're supposed to really taste the meat, get it medium. I'm a foodie. You guys should know this by now. Get it medium.
We know.
Get it medium. Okay. So got that. That was really great. And then we ended up going to Chill, which was not so chill. And then we went to Regulars and then
y'all just party.
So I'm saying, and that was one day. That was still a one day. And then there was like some dance hall party in Brampton, and I was like, yo, for real. Everybody fell asleep while I was driving. I was like, I'm just dropping all y'all home and I'm going to my damn bed. So I did that. And then that was just Saturday. Sunday went to Sophia's. It's at Yorkville. It's actually a really cute little restaurant. Okay. Their portions are really small. This is my only complaint with them. Their portions are really small and they're overly priced.
But isn't that how most of those restaurants are? Like,
I don't
you
like
get
that.
like this much food,
and it's like,
and
it was so
$60
good
for your plate.
I know, and I really wanted more food. Like, it was $24 for a pasta, but I feel like the pasta was so small. Like, it was spaghetti first of all, and it was like a portion for my nephew, and my nephew's like 7, 8. Like, why are we doing this? So, anywho, I enjoyed the food. It was just very small portions, and then they charge you like $8 for water. I didn't know we're doing that.
$8 for a
water.
Glass of water, or like a bottle. Well,
so they have the bottle that they keep coming back, but I'm saying like
they charge for water.
$8.
That's different.
I don't know. Is it me? You guys don't know.
No, that's really,
okay. That's and then ginger ale was another $8.
Water and any drink shouldn't be the same price. I'm not saying they should charge more, but if you're charging $8 for water, then the ginger ale should be.
Your markup is hella high.
Yeah, like it's water.
And then refills. You don't do refills, guys?
No.
Okay, so then the girl kind of took long to bring the refill, or like to bring my drink first of all. So when she brought it, I already asked another girl to bring a drink for me, and then so they brought two.
And they charge you for two.
So they charged. I'm like, excuse me, no, I didn't ask for two. I asked for one whole drink. So there was like, $16 for 2 ginger ales, but they obviously took it off. But anywho, it was great food, and the location, the ambiance is really nice. So if you ever want to check it out, Sophia's down at Yorkville, and that was a Saturday, and then Monday. Again, Sunday? I went. That was Sunday. Sorry. Oh, okay. Then the Monday, went back to Regulars for a friend's birthday.
So it was that good.
Same KB's birthday again. So we went back down there again.
He had like multiple celebrations
because that was actually his birthday.
Oh.
So they were. It's your birthday weekend, birthday month. People do those things. Yeah. So I'm tired. I didn't sleep. I went straight to work. Didn't get any rest. Then I came home. Ate, took a quick nap, and then I got back up to write the script. So this is also why I'm hella tired.
That's all of that we're tardy here. That's
we made it here, and we made it the weekend. So this is why we're at. That was the end of my weekend, and I think I need a whole break from everything.
You just might.
I do. So let's get into our Stay Woke news updates. So officers are investigating a suspicious person in Brampton earlier this morning. They killed a dog that they said became aggressive. So it was a tweet actually published in the morning as well. Peel Regional Police said at 5:15 a.m. officers were involved in interaction with a man standing with a dog outside his home near Williams Parkway and Chinguzi Road. A homeowner, Umar Chardi, told CP24 or CTV, I don't know, I'm making up things up right now. He saw a male on his driveway looking at the cars parked there, and then later heard a person approach his front door. A homeowner the same gentleman, saw the male, and then he decided to, I guess his dog kind of came out and became a bit aggressive. But it's the police, because I guess they called the police as well. So once the police came, the dog was still aggressive towards the officers, and obviously subsequently they shot and killed the dog. One witness says they heard the events unfold from inside their home. The dog was barking. We heard the police officer, because our window was open, keep saying, "Get down, get down." And then 3 shots were fired, and later they heard the person getting detained. And the man involved in the interaction with the officer was arrested, and the police says he has been charged with trespassing at night and mischief. So they caught the gentleman that was around the area as well. But I mean, it sucks that the man's dog had to die.
Did he like let the dog out loose on him and like go?
They didn't really explain that part, like how it kind of transpired. But I'm just assuming, yeah, because the charity said the 2 bullets fired by the police struck the bottom of his home's front door. So I'm also wondering if, like, you know, if you have a pet, right, and obviously it's like a guard dog, and I'm hearing things outside of my home, and I'm nervous. Now I'm not sure. Like, I'm pretty sure they must have called the police right away, and then they came. But then he obviously opened the door to let the dog out. Now, do you let the dog out, or do you let the police handle it?
Well, if I don't care about the dog, then you can go.
If I have a big dog, I'm letting the dog out. But I guess at the same time, you don't know, because it could be kids. It could be, you know, sometimes people misplace stuff. But I guess at this point, you already seen that it was a gentleman looking into the car. So yeah, you don't belong there. So I would warn them first before I release the dog, and been like, I'm about to release this dog if you do not come off of my premises. And you know,
I like excitement. I got a dog, and I didn't invite you there. Like I always say,
I know, right?
If you poke me in my eye and I kick you down the stairs, it's just like it's an appropriate response, because I didn't tell you to poke me in my eye. So you can't, like, people say eye for an eye, but I didn't ask you to poke me in my eye. So whatever happens after you voluntarily poke me, then it's a justified response. So I didn't tell you to come look in my car and on my property. Whatever happens after that is a justified response.
So somebody pokes you in your eye, you're going to push them down the stairs.
Yes. I didn't ask
How did you get to the stairs, okay, Richie?
I didn't ask you to poke me in my eye.
I feel you, but you can't be pushing nobody down the stairs. You can kill somebody.
Listen, you brought it on yourself. It's what did the young people say? It's above me.
We're going to take that back a little bit. We're going to take a few steps back. Let's not poke Richie in the eye. And please do not be near any stairs when this does happen. That makes things a little bit easier. But yeah, nonetheless, that's sad that the dog obviously got shot in the process, and you know, they better buy him a new dog. And another, low-income Torontonians will be soon able to access discounted rides to and from groceries, a part of a new program being launched from the rideshare service Lyft. So the Grocery Access Program, which already exists in like the U.S. and different cities around there, is being expanded into Toronto as a pilot project. A total of 50 families will be initially selected to participate in the program, though they hope that eventually they'll expand into a larger group. I know that in Washington, D.C., the project was already offered to 500 families, which is really dope, right? So pretty much they stated, like, in Toronto, the access to quality and affordable food within walking distance is actually a challenge, especially for our vulnerable populations. So the new program is being launched in partnership with Black Creek Community Farm and the Children's Aid Society of Toronto. And under the terms of the program, participated families will be able to access shared rides to and from selected grocery stores and farmers market for $2.50 a trip.
That's actually really dope. I glanced over that story this morning, and I just thought like the idea of it is really
good, right? Yeah. I think that's dope. And $2.50 is actually very decent. So yeah, because anyways, you know, when you're driving around Toronto, it's so hard to find grocery stores. So I can only imagine the commute and, you know, going back and forth with them and having all those groceries too, right? So I like that. Lastly, a London, Ontario cab driver is facing charges after an alleged sexual assault over the weekend. So city police allege that the man touched a woman who was riding in the front seat of the vehicle early Saturday morning, and they say he also allegedly recorded the incident on his cell phone. Odd. Police say the driver later got out of the vehicle at the point when the woman moved into the driver's seat, locked the doors, and sped away to get help. And the 46-year-old man is now facing 1 count each of sexual assault and voyeurism. Honestly, I was just speaking to a woman when we were taking Uber to the party on Saturday. Don't ask. And the funny thing is, she was saying she was assaulted by 2 Uber drivers. One of them...
reported?
She did. She reported it, and a whole situation happened. And matter of fact, she was actually a teacher. It was actually interesting just having this whole conversation with her. But she was saying that the first time the gentleman like leaned over and tried to kiss her.
The driver?
The driver. So she was in the front seat.
First of all, that's the number 1 rule. Go in the back seat when you're Uber.
You know what? Because remember, if you're doing Uber Pool, it depends how many people are in the back seat already. So it could be, because even with us, the funny thing is we were in the back and she ended up coming in the front seat. So once again, she was in the front. You know? But she was like she's like, she was in the front seat and he tried to kiss her. And the second time it happened, the driver was trying to rub up her leg and then asked her if he can use her bathroom. And she's like, no, I don't know you.
Like, how, like...
I don't know.
What happens during this ride to make you feel like...
that comfortable?
Yeah. I don't get it.
She is a very friendly woman. Not to say that that's appropriate to do that. But I'm just wondering if, just having regular conversations, some people just start to assume, oh, okay, well, she seems friendly enough. Maybe I can ask her. I'm sorry, there's Tim Hortons. There's different McDonald's. There's a billion places.
How horny are you? Because you're doing Uber, so you're making money. Yeah. How horny are you that you're going to, like, risk all of it for, like, if she wants to have some type of contact with you, I'm sure she'll make that known.
But there has to be plenty of perverts in this world in general that unfortunately get,
So they sign up for Uber, then they can meet strange people.
Not that I don't want to like ruin and tarnish Uber's name.
I'm just saying,
it can be any profession. Like there's harassment in workplaces all over the world. So unfortunately now with just like taxi drivers, Uber drivers, it's a little different. I feel like with the taxi drivers, it's more of what do you call it? More of a screening, I guess, process for those type of drivers. Whereas, like, anybody can really be an Uber driver if you qualify with the right car and the background check, and you're good to go. You know what I mean? And if you haven't gotten caught yet with any of these type of things, then unfortunately you could do stuff like this.
Which is kind of crazy to me. Like, I just don't understand, like, why risk that? Because then that's a charge.
I know.
Like, how horny are you?
Well, then the previous story was a cab driver. So it's so crazy. Like, it could still be a cab driver. It could be an Uber driver. It could be anybody realistically. So be careful, ladies especially, and gentlemen, when getting into these Uber drivers. I always make sure, like, you look at the picture, look at the license plate, make sure everything matches before you jump in the car. Because so many people just jump in the cars and don't look. Mm-hmm. And these people could just take off with you. So you really don't know who you're getting in the car with. So please, please, please make sure you're doing that. And that's it for Stay Woke news updates. What's going on for events, Richie?
So events. It's a fun weekend. So I'll start off with the CNE. Mm-hmm. Every year I miss it, and I feel like I'm going to miss it again. Did you go?
No, but we have time.
You're going when? Exactly.
This weekend. I'm going to go this weekend. Maybe.
Yeah. See, there you go. You're gonna miss it.
I make sure I go every year, but I always go on like the last day.
That's what I think is gonna end up happening to me. I'm gonna have to maybe try to pull like the Monday. Oh no, I'm working the Monday. See, yeah,
the Sunday.
Maybe the Monday after work.
When does it end again?
It ends Monday.
Okay, then I'm going the Sunday, like maybe the day before.
So the Monday is the last weekend.
Yeah.
This is the last weekend for the CNE. Monday is the last day. So if you haven't checked it out, I feel like we need to start a petition. It needs to open at least for like a month. Yeah. Wait, it is a month. When is it open?
What do you mean? It's 18 days.
Nah, it needs to be 30 days.
No, it does not.
We need 30
I hate the
days.
traffic downtown. The traffic downtown because there's a farmer's market, there's a CNE, they have so many other functions going on. It's back to school shopping, there's parties going on, day parties, boat cruise. It's literally, even just to get downtown this weekend, we were literally stuck in traffic and it was disgusting.
TTC,
and I was
the better way. Ooh.
Ain't nobody want no TTC and no cute outfits. Nobody's doing that. No cute hair ponytail and cute pants, and then you're gonna be on the TTC like, hey everyone. No,
why not? That's a great way to meet friends.
I don't.
No, all right, that's cool.
No.
Well, drive then to the CNE this weekend. It's happening last weekend. Also happening on Saturday, August 31st. I just found out about this event, and I'm very interested and want to check it out if I can. The Caribbean Street Food Festival. Now, I'll read the description. It says, don't worry, eat happy. Caribbean Street Food Festival is good. So they do it in March, and now they're doing it again in the summertime. and it's free, obviously.
Free na.
Yeah, but they have a VIP lounge, and one of the VIP, they have a gourmet manishwata, which is very.
How do you get gourmet?
That I'm so interested.
Is it how it's served? Maybe
he says a modern twist to this old-time Jamaican soup with a reduction of coconut and topped with green banana chips. I don't know.
You know what? It actually sounds pretty fancy already.
It does sound fancy,
sounds fancy,
right?
I can mess with that.
And flaky Haitian saltfish with beef patties and sweet potato pone. And there is a rum and red stripe beer food pairing session. I've never tried to pair my food with red stripe, but
yeah.
And the part that caught me, and I said I have to try to make this. There is a special domino section for everyone. So I'm just imagining who's gonna be in that domino section and how intense the games are gonna get. For the dominoes, I can only imagine.
Too intense.
So yeah, it might be, but I just want to be there. That's definitely a Snapchat moment. That's happening this Saturday. It starts at 11 and ends at 7, taking place, I think, downtown, 585 Dundas Street East at Daniel's Spectrum.
Okay.
Whatever that is. So if you can check that out, definitely do that. Also happening this weekend, a very, very, very big festival. It's the One Love Fest. So the One Love Music Festival is North America's largest 4-day Caribbean music festival. And I look at the lineup. Yeah, it's from Friday to the Monday. Crap, so I can't go to see any. Yeah, because I'm actually doing some work at this festival, but I got to find out the times. But the lineup, so the 4 days, every day is a different genre. The first day, which is the Friday, is the Canadian Artists Showcase. So they're going to have a lot of Canadian artists, Esco Levi, Blessed, Isis, a lot more. On day 2, the Saturday, is the Soca. So they have Bungie Garland. Is it Kez the band or Kes the band?
Kez.
It is Kez?
Yeah.
Okay, because I've been saying Kez for a while. And I'm like, why is it all in capitals? Okay, cool. So Kez the band, Patrice Roberts, Mr. Killa, so many other artists are going to be there. Day 3, which is September 1st, the Sunday, is the dance hall day. And they have Sizzla, Movado, yes. Sizzla, Movado, Spraga Benz, Baby Sham, Assassin. And on day 4 is the Legends Day. And they have Shabba Ranks, Coco T, Allison Hines, and many more. Yeah. So the city is going to be very busy.
Live. It's going to be live as hell.
And all of this takes place at the Downs View Park, which is the Keelan Shepherd area if you've never been. So definitely check that out if you can.
Tickets range, obviously they vary.
Yeah, so if you want the day passes, I think tickets are, they're 40 in and around there for per day. But if you want a 4-day pass, then it's obviously some discounted price. But just Google One Love Fest Toronto, and all the information that you need will come up. And yeah, so like I said, I'll be doing some work over there. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of artists, a lot of people. It should be a good time.
That sounds good.
And that's what's going on.
Actually, I just want to shout out this. I guess she's I guess it's called. I can't even speak English today, but I'm going to do this my best if I can. She's on social media. She's called Nikki's Kitchen. So it's actually Nikki Girl's Kitchen. So if you are looking for some really good food on Friday, Saturday, Sundays, she usually has a little quick menu and tells you what she'll be cooking for that weekend. And then you drive to her. She's actually located in Brampton. She is well worth the freaking wait. But if she also caters, so it doesn't have to be a situation where you just have to go to her. I'm pretty sure if you are ordering large portions, I'm pretty sure they can arrange stuff for you as well. But you guys know me, I love poutines. And so I've been obsessed with jerk chicken poutines since the last 2 summers. And so she actually made an oxtail poutine the other day. All I'm gonna say is, oof.
That's fancy.
It was more than fancy. It was it was everything you can dream of in an oxtail poutine.
This is Felicia Temple, and you're listening to iLive Radio.
She had this little special sauce on top. I'm just saying, it was really great, and I had to share that. So I'm actually trying to see if she'd actually want to come on the show because I really loved her food.
She had to make me a special poutine.
You know what I mean? She's like a special, a small little something. But
I want no cheese in it.
Let's hope that she wants to come on, because I'm a person, like, when I see people post food, I can't kind of go on their pages. You see how good it looks, but then you're like, does it taste as good as it looks?
Yeah, that's for sure.
But anyways, that same day, I was like, let me go ahead and try this out real quick, and I went, and I didn't even make it home to eat the food. I finished it in the car.
Hi, I'm urban Christian artist Kayla James, and you're listening to iLive Radio.
I was like, literally, my finger.
They didn't have a fork, and you ate a poutine without a fork.
Oxtail poutine. It was, I have nails too, right? So they were kind of like forks. I was digging in and pulling.
No, they're not kind of like forks. I'm gonna find this clip and I'm gonna like
so greedy, but yes. I literally was like, it was that bad. I was like, let me just taste one. You know when you just take a little fry? I was like going in, and I didn't stop. So definitely check her out. If I'll post it. I'm gonna try to posting her whenever she's posting some food, especially when I see the ox.
This is Atina, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
I also tried the jerk chicken poutine, and it was fantastic. So. And moving on, I just have a question of the day before we get into the fashion buzz. I know you're going to get the fashion buzz just now. This is a question. Do you have to go on dates or multiple dates with a person you only intend on sleeping with?
What? Sorry. Do you have to go on multiple dates?
Do you have to even go on? Do you have to go on dates with a person you only?
You're supporting independent artists from around the world.
They know that I only intend on sleeping with them? Like, there's nothing more than that?
Like, okay, let's just say this was only your intention.
Then yes, you have to go on dates with them.
Okay.
Well,
like,
no.
you know, let's say, maybe rewind. They know what it's about, but then at the same time, this is more your feelings than theirs. Do you have to go on multiple dates with this person, or a date or two, and if you only intend on sleeping with them?
Ready for Rapsalute? We're the #1 hip-hop show in the T-Dot, airing every Monday.
No. Because I feel like if they already know what it is, then
this should just be what it is.
Yeah, they're not really, or I don't want to say owed, but they're not really owed anything more than what. But
if you're the one who wants it, do you feel like that person, and that person's like, well, I want to go on a couple of dates? Like, then do you feel like you're obligated to have to do it?
Well, yeah, because then it becomes a part of your agreement. If they're letting you know, like, cool, I'm cool with what you're saying you want, but I'm telling you that it's
10 p.m. on iliveradio.com with your host Amber, alongside DJ Shortcut, Chino.
So we can...
The compromise.
Exactly.
Okay.
So there's no mixed signals. I mean, maybe they want to go on dates because they want more. They're trying to show you something. Yeah. They're just like, well, because you want this, I'm willing to give you this, but I want something else. So at least give me the opportunity to see if it's possible to get it. If not, if it
but see, then what if you go on dates and then they turn you off, or you're just
then it's your fault. It's the risk you have to.
Okay. So I guess just kind of take the risk.
It's just
that's not an option.
Swift and ones and twos, representing the culture, the lifestyle, the music, and the DJ.
It's just kind of one of those, like, if they want to, then you kind of gotta go.
Pretty much.
Interesting. Okay. Anyway, I'll get into the fashion buzz, Richie.
Sure. We'll come back around at some point.
Hey, peace and blessings. This is Lucia D inviting you to join me each and every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. for Honey Drop here on iLive Radio. Join with me each week as I spin the latest international sounds in new soul, R&B, hip-hop, and a little taste of everything in between. Every show features independent producers from across the globe in the beats beneath, and the 10 sweetest vibes of the week smooth out the night in the 10 drop. Honey Drop, each and every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, here on iLive Radio. Serving up audible treats like honey, always with a heavy beat drop.
She said you got to be 2 up, 2 down. That's VA. Yeah. She is an American rapper, singer, songwriter, record producer, dancer, and philanthropist.
Philanthropy.
Yep, there you go. That's the one. Philanthropy. Yep. Her love of music and singing was birthed where most singers' love is. That's the one. Yep. Is birthed, which is in the church. At the age of 4, she knew she wanted to be a performer, and she would often sing and perform for her family. But Missy Elliott's childhood was far from all fun and enjoyment.
Music back to back to back on iLive Radio.
Being the only child to both mother and father, Elliott had a rough childhood at the hands of a domestic abusive father. She refused to stay over at her friend's homes for sleepovers for fear that she would return home and her mother would be dead. So it was that bad. In one violent incident that Elliot recalls, her father dislocated her mother's shoulders, and in another incident, he threatened her, Missy herself, with a gun. So it got so bad as it got progressively worse as she grew up, and at the age of
Bougie, I'm your host Delecia, alongside DJ Richie. How you doing today, Richie?
I'm good. I'm here. To end the situation and fled with her daughter. And the way she did it, advice to anybody. I mean, it's maybe I know it's a lot easier said than done. She planned a joyride. So she told him that she was taking Missy on a joyride on a local bus. In reality, the pair had found refuge at a family member's home where their things had already been packed and stored in a U-Haul truck. So somebody drove the truck to the house, and then they joyrode to the relative's house and ended up staying there.
Couple minutes.
We made it. They would have never known. Delecia.
It's all right. I apologize, but I like to put things out there.
Jeez. In the beginning, there was fears that the father would find them and kill them, but he went off to the army or the navy or something and took out his anger in other ways. So through all of this, Missy persevered and never lost sight of her dreams or desire to be a performer. She started with a girl group called Sista in the mid-90s, and the group auditioned and actually signed to a record label, which led to Missy moving to New York for what she thought was her big break. However, the label that signed her, which was Swing... What if I had told a female that I was here since, hours ago, and you just put all the labels out there? Folded before any of the music was ever released. So they still have these songs. Can you imagine, what those songs are worth right now? Unreleased Missy Elliott songs. But Missy persisted, and after writing several hits for Diddy, also known as Puff Daddy at that time, Gina Thompson, SWV, 702, and most famously, Aaliyah. Yes, right. Missy finally released her own first single, The Rain, in 1997, off of her debut album. I'm here. I had to be here. We got a special guest.
Yes, we do. We have a special guest. So today we have the chairman and CEO of the S Coffee.
Which also have the smash hit "Sock It to Me" and the video that is a classic to this day. Yeah. So after this, there was no stopping her. Teaming up with up-and-coming producer at the time, Timbaland, and longtime friend Magoo. Yeah, right? You think so? We'll have to rank them at some point.
Definitely gonna have to.
Because there's a lot. There
is, but they are the best.
They were good.
They are up there.
I'll give them top 10 for now. I'll have to go through.
We're gonna have to do that. We'll actually try to do that. We'll come up with a list.
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
Really good.
You really good?
A little tired, long day. Happy to be here.
That's great.
With Timbaland and longtime friend Magoo, who were also a part of the Swing Mob label before it went defunct. Elliot would go on to release classic after classic and had the videos to match, which is a fact because she had those videos at the time when we were watching it didn't make sense because it wasn't a story, you know what I mean? Yeah. It was really just random things, futuristic looking, and
I loved it.
What in the
garbage
world?
bag, the colors, the
everything. There was a lot of fire. Yeah. So at the time we were all just whoa, this.
I don't know why.
Did you go like Gardner?
I was taking the Gardner and my navigation.
But we didn't realize the path she was carving, you know what I mean? And so many artists after her came and followed along that path. Throughout her career, Elliot went on to win 5 Grammy Awards and sell over 30 million records just in the U.S. alone. She is the best-selling female rapper in Nielsen music history, and in 2019, she became the first female rapper inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and last night, she became the first female rapper to receive MTV's...
Navigation told me to make a right, should have made a left.
Yeah.
Took me in a circle, got back on the highway.
It usually happens every time.
The VMA's Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award for her impact on the music video landscape.
It's funny because they're supposed to call it just the Video Vanguard Award, and she kept calling it the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award, because that's where they named it after originally. They started from him, right? So she just kept saying the Michael Jackson.
Yeah, you're not gonna
you're gonna disrespect the man, but anyhow.
So when people remove themselves from the spotlight for a bit, we always tend to say that they fell off and not remember that they are still human beings who deal with real life issues.
But even myself. So we're happy you made it.
Happy to be here.
Thank you. And we're going to get more into the interview portion a little after.
And this was the exact case with Missy, who took a break from music and the entertainment industry in 2011 after she was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. which is more commonly known as Graves' disease, which is a rare autoimmune disease that attacks the thyroid gland, and symptoms include muscular weakness, hair loss, insomnia, and involuntary tremors. So, I mean, if you get diagnosed with this and you don't know once the doctor tells you this is what you have and these are some of the symptoms, you don't know what's going to happen, right? Like, you don't know the next move.
But we'll have him join the conversation for sure. What's going on? Let me see. How was your weekend, guys? I know it was Canada Day weekend.
They're going to flare up, or, you know what I mean? So you definitely do want to, like, obviously take some time with yourself to just even comprehend and, like, realize what she's going through, then find a way to deal with it.
They did like a Missy Elliott, you know, behind the music.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, check that out. It's really good. But it shows her eyes, like her actual eyeballs. They're popping out of her socket. So it was almost like, you know, look like a cartoon where the eyes are like, ooh, like they're out. Mm-hmm. That's what her eyes actually started to look like. So she wasn't able to really she couldn't really do videos.
It was good. It was low key. I didn't really do the big parties this weekend. I did, my cousin's birthday is the first.
It looked very scary. She was even saying there's times she didn't recognize herself because her eye, it would look like they were about to fall out of her sockets. And it was just affecting obviously everything, you know. That's why she lost a lot of weight as well. So it wasn't just a matter of her just, you know, dieting. It was also that was attacking her. So yeah.
That's pretty crazy. But yeah, she learned to manage the condition through diet, through exercise, and partly with medication. But even though she withdrew herself from the spotlight for many years, she continued to work behind the scenes, writing and producing for other artists. Fish fry, barbecue type thing. But it was real small, not small, but intimate. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like my vibe. Monica, Keisha Cole, and Sharia J, which is one of her young proteges. Elliott got back to her music and actually just released her 7th studio album entitled Iconology on August 22nd, which is about 5 days ago. And in 2019, Missy received an honorary Doctor of Music degree from Berklee College of Music. And I just wanted to like go through.
She's so dope.
Yeah, I mean, it's when you go through these things, you see, and obviously your performance last night reminds you of some songs. Like, and yeah, it was enjoyable. I consumed way too much alcohol though. Like I think I'm still feeling it. Like she's a bitch. Now. I didn't remember it.
Bitch.
Like I was just like, oh crap, I forgot about that song. I mean, I don't know, like. How do you think that would play out today? Like if she were to release that today?
I think that song would be hella dope.
You think it would be like PC? Like people would be cool with it, politically correct?
Yeah, listen, the way they're talking about popping pills, kill yourself, my dad, I want to do, like, the things they talk about nowadays, saying a bitch, no offense, it's like a female dog. I just feel like it is what it is.
Yeah, but it's just like, I just feel like all these feminist activists.
They can't, because if you're... It's not.
Because like 2 days later.
Might have alcohol poisoning. You be careful.
I need a detox. Like I think this weekend, like this whole week, going up to,
you know, it is that's what you're calling her. At least if you listen to the lyrics, it's something you can actually bump to, and she's making sense. So like I said, there's people talking about kill yourself, kill your dog, and your mom. Like why? Why is this acceptable? You know what I mean? Like forget like, you know, feminism. Like do you not worry about your children's health and their well-being and suicide? Like those things are up. So. Those are the things I'm concerned about. Not calling to be a bitch. No offense.
No, but yes, for all these reasons and more, is why we made Missy Elliott today's fashion buzz. But from now till then, I think I'm on a detox.
That's not bad.
Well, you just
big up your damn self, Missy Elliott. She's been around. She's only 39 years old.
1971.
Okay, did I do that? Hold on, are you sure? Is that right? Is that wrong?
That's definitely wrong.
2019 minus 1975. She's 48.
I was like, just think about when you're born and your age, because they're actually, I'm like 39. What?
I was, as you were talking, just a lot of fluids. Just stay hydrated.
Yeah,
that's what you really need to do. Stay hydrated. And eat a lot of greens. I don't know. I just thought that I saw 39, so I was like, oh yeah, she's 39. That's not old. Meanwhile, that was probably an old article. Looking at, so I guess we said it, but yeah, no, she's 48.
Yeah, she's been in the game. Like if you think about it, you remember she is 90s.
Yeah,
I know what I mean. Like
I don't know why I did that. I thought
no, but even beyond that, but like her longevity, like, and to be able to still be putting on music, to still be relevant. Like she's up there with
Diddy and them. I don't know. I don't know why I said that. I guess I just saw something and I just went with it.
Have you been trying that?
I've been eating greens and I've been eating smaller portions of carbs.
4 days now.
So what happens when you look at social media and you're like, yeah, blah blah blah, and you run with what you see, and that's not always the case. I want to get into the topic of the week, but before I do that, can we just talk about Popeyes and Chick-fil-A?
Bruh.
Have you seen all this? The thing is people don't realize like the power of social media and even black people, because the way Black people have promoted this, and we did their advertising in a nutshell. We promoted the shit out of it, whether it was through memes or just posting and tweets and stuff like that. That to me, that also pushes people. Gary, how was your weekend, your Canada Day weekend? Did you do anything?
Yeah, it was a very Toronto weekend.
Yeah, go and buy the product, and you know,
definitely.
so we kind of
You want to know
create
what
that.
everyone's talking about.
Yeah, of course. And they say that we have that it factor as Black people that, you know, make people want to, oh, what is that? What's going on there? So everyone wants to kind of go figure that out and try it, other cultures and so forth. So I need to try it, I'm not going to lie to you, but they don't have it here. You have to go to the States.
So it's not the chicken sandwich that they have here now?
No, it's a new chicken sandwich.
What's new about it?
I'm pretty sure it's a recipe. You know, it's like little subtle things like the seasoning in the actual batter that makes a difference with
Come back and really experience like a Toronto weekend, patios, barbecues.
yeah, stuff, the chicken sandwiches. So, yeah.
I'm like, haven't we had a chicken sandwich for like a very long time?
Yeah, we have, but then there's different versions and you know, flavors, I guess. But the original Chick-fil-A, they're trying to compare it. I was dying to, I seen this one where they're trying to say that it was like a white woman who cooked it, but grew up around Black people and cares about your cholesterol. That is who makes the Chick-fil-A's. And then you have the Popeyes. That is someone's grandma. They call it Black grandma. And how was the vibe? Was it good?
It's an interesting vibe.
Okay. It's interesting.
Day parties are
Yeah, and she is not concerned about calories or cholesterol. She is making it with love, and she's definitely. And so it's just funny because I really do want to taste the two to compare.
I saw breaking news today that they've suspended sales.
Well, not for Popeyes, right?
For the chicken sandwich.
No, the people are upset.
Wow, like that's scary.
People are fighting.
You know what's funny? They had somebody referenced a Boondocks episode that they had for this, and I was just like, yo, this is like, we see it and we laugh like, oh, what's...
I like day parties. To me, day parties is the way to go for the rest of the summer, all year, every year, because I want to go back to sleep.
People are fighting, getting mad, like going through drive-through windows, over the counter, fighting for a chicken sandwich.
The woman said she didn't have any more, and the man
sandwich. I don't want to taste that. That sounds like crack to me. That sounds like crack to me because, like...
But they keep running out. My thing is, do you not anticipate?
Hell no.
That so many people, the mass that would, you know. Anyways, like Chick-fil-A was like putting signs up saying we don't ever run out of chicken sandwiches. So kudos. I love Chick-fil-A sandwiches. My weekend, let me think. Well, it's funny because every year
it's a Chick-fil-A for never running out of sandwiches. That's dope.
Oh, that's a damn lie. You know they run out of sandwiches.
Back to like what you said. They put out a number. They said they saved $23 million in advertising.
Yes.
Just because of like
what we did. What everybody was posting.
All the videos everyone was posting. And you had a lot of celebrities doing it too.
Of course.
Put Celebrity. I seen a few others.
And we're reposting. So like whoever originally created it, we're just reposting. And just the repost alone is like millions of hits. So like, sheesh. What are we advertising? Like,
and that's the whole thing. I'm like, yo.
We're very bright. So we did our Antiguan picnic. It was all the way in Caledon.
And why don't we do that for ourselves? If we work together, it's not a joke.
If we do it for each other, do you know how big we could really be?
But then they have that whole crab in a barrel mentality where they're just like, literally, like, I don't want you to do better than me.
I don't get that. And I was actually, you know what, funny, I was reading another article.
The owner of Popeyes is white. So, I mean.
I was looking at this article, and it was related to just how, like, the Asians or Chinese families, how they get up with, how do they own all these, like, convenience stores and gas stations. So anyways, that was kind of deep, but it was really enjoyable. Family, friends. My mom usually sells and cooks for the Antiguan. And what they were saying is they get a pool of friends and family together, like let's say 100 people, and everybody puts at least 10,000 in, right? And then they say, okay, we first help that one person or that two people purchase their store or convenience store or gas station. And then once they get up and it's doing well, then they all go back again and do the same thing for the next one and the next one until it just becomes like we're all doing pretty well.
I mean, we've had those, but we don't stick to it.
We don't. It's not
because it's Loom. That was Loom.
But see, the thing is, Loom is different because the whole day. And overall, my weekend, it's kind of a blur. I think I went out with my niece to Canada's Wonderland at some point in the week. You're just saying, here's just money, right? But they're not saying, here, just take your money and go about your business and then put money back in. They're saying, we really need to own this whole area when it comes to, like, this is what we want. So the focus has to be on something that is going to be lucrative, that you're not just saying, hey, put $10,000 in and then we'll get your return and you have money. Because then you probably just buy a house for yourself and then go about your business. You know what I mean? Whereas these people, because you get like $100,000 in return depending on how many people. But these people are saying, let's go ahead, have how many people in this pool, put $10,000 each, and let's go ahead. You're getting really big and it's scaring me. Anywho, that was pretty much it for my weekend that I could possibly remember.
Franchise,
but
on whether it's a gas station or it's a convenience store, whatever it is, and will help you build your business until we get to another level where now you're doing well, give back, and then we'll do this again and again until everybody has something.
But it's a mentality, because even now, like when I'm at work and you just have conversations, the mentalities are very different. And it's just like, I think about it a lot where they say, like, if you put the shark in a fish tank, it'll only grow to 8 inches.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of us. Like, we have friends that we grew up with, or friends that we interact with, or friends that we like.
Updates. So Ontario's new career studies curriculum for grade 10 will include learning about financial literacy
over time, but we always have friends that have the same interests as us.
Yeah.
So people that want to go to the clubs, and people that want to do this, or people that want to, like, whatever the business idea is, but we're not going outside of that and meeting people that can actually help us. So, like, we'll be together and we'll have a great idea, but then we're not saying, like, okay, now we need to reach out to somebody outside of us who is maybe actually doing it or has better resources than we do.
Completely agree.
You know what I mean? So it's like we all have great ideas, but
how do we
to fund their first year after high school? I think this is friggin' awesome, and it's about friggin' time.
Yeah,
that they did this.
to finalize like the bigger picture? How do we get there?
That's the question.
But the thing is, too, is, you know what? I feel like you also have to think of what is going to make us more money. What is always in need? Always in need is gas. We always need gas, so gas stations are number one. Convenience stores always make money because they're at the corner of a street, and everybody needs to go to the convenience store for something.
Gas?
That's also another connection, I guess, that they have to have with, you know, they because you see the trucks that bring the gas there, right? So I don't know the connection for that specifically, but even just getting in the business, like the franchise alone, like once you look into the franchise of,
I guess enough people complain or like, bruh, like it's time for a change. I guess the people that are struggling
Petro
now,
Canada or Shell, once you like, I know you know a certain amount of $1 million to own those type of things. At least if you can kind of get your foot in there, they already have what works. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like you have to do too much research once it comes to you owning a franchise. It's just like a Subway, I'm assuming, where like, you know, the main head honcho is like, here, you're getting a portion of it, but this is your specific store. But they have to keep up a certain standard of what the brand is, right? So anyways, just had to bring that up. I think maybe something we could really talk about, maybe another episode of a show, and have somebody who's more, you know, an expert in that field, because that's really something that I think is. Back
then, we're now like in a position of power or connected to people that are in that position to be like, these are the changes.
Especially instead of just saying, you know, I want to own a clothing store, I want to own a shoe store. Not saying those things are bad, by the way, but I mean, there's so many other clothing stores, and I mean, anybody can go anywhere to get clothes or make their own. Whereas gas, you have to go to this place. Food, you know, certain things you only can get at certain locations, and they're doing well. So, with that being said, I want to get into the topic of the week. This is a little bit off topic from what we were just talking about, but this is what I experienced this past summer and beyond. But you know, I'm just gonna.
Just like everything else is changing. So yeah, I think that's big.
Yeah, much needed.
Much needed, and I'm very happy that they're doing it. So the province is new
passed.
education.
10 club etiquettes people should start to follow. Interesting. I made this up because I was just really over certain things that are happening every time I go to a party. And one thing in particular that kind of happened on the weekend, I'll mention once I get into that portion of it. But until I get there, I'll just kind of go through the list. So number 1, please shower and use proper hygiene before you coming to the club. Matter of fact, before you leave your damn house, go make sure you shower and you use deodorant and you smell.
Lecce unveiled the update curriculum, which was today actually at Toronto's York University. Lecce says that mandatory.
Fresh is all I ask. I mean, you don't smell like cologne or perfume. Just smell fresh. Why are you smelling frowsy, stank, stale?
I just wonder if they don't know.
They have to know.
You think so?
Richie, they have to know.
You would think so.
You smell. And I'm sure if you don't smell you, we all smell you. So I rather see you before I smell you. I don't know if that makes more sense, but anywho, please stop that. Number 2, do not push while waiting in the line. Now,
monetarize skills and jobs of the future. So science, technology,
most we're in a lineup. All of us are trying to get in. Sometimes when it's cold, it's probably the worst part about it. You're all trying to get inside to the party. When you're pushing, do you think that helps get you in faster?
Yes.
Thank you for being honest. It doesn't, because all you're doing is creating more havoc and chaos, and it makes them want to say, hey, maybe we should close the door for a minute because this is too rowdy. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if we're all calm, and I sometimes, unfortunately, I feel that these club owners hold lines purposely so they can get the line to look like it's a big party.
Makes more sense to me. He says it will teach students about the workplace implications and of social media and how to.
That's annoying. So in the meantime,
you get in and there's 12 people.
12 people inside.
You're like,
so
what was the holdup?
Just be patient. We're all there for the same reason. We're all gonna get in. We're all gonna get in. Number 3, men, chivalry is not dead. Please, when I say this, it's not dead. Allow women to pass or come in front of you first when coming in. So when I say this, right, I'm not saying let all the ladies in front of you in the line up outside. I'm not saying that. However, once you're inside, and I find this happens a lot, I'm inside and I'm passing, and a guy who's 10 times...
Which is really huge, obviously, for that generation because everything is online nowadays. Yep. And also, the new curriculum...
will kind of like push me to get past. And I'm a bully. Like, I'm not a bully. I shouldn't call myself a bully, but I kind of am when people push me. I don't like people touching me either like that. But if you're going to push me, I'm going to push you back. And so I'm that little...
You're a bully.
Okay, so I push back. So I'm just saying that to me, I feel like, look, like you see women just, oh, my bad. Go ahead, little ones. And then go behind them. You know what I mean? Just allow us to pass. You're going to get to the same spot wherever the hell you're going. And the only time that I don't mind a gentleman passing in front of me.
Also take a deeper look at financial management. And a document laying out the curriculum expectations says students will be asked.
Go ahead, lead the way. Let me get through the crowd. So, and not that I can't do it, but it's kind of easier when it's a taller man. So that's another one. Number 4, never go to the club without cash on you. Now we all walk with our credit cards, our debits. Oh, do you hear me say male or female?
No, I want to point that out.
There was nobody that I was saying that to. That was just period. Never, nobody, zilch. Okay. My dad always told me this: keep cash on you. The one thing is, I know with the credit cards and tap and all these things that they have, whatever, it's there, but he's like, the problem
after graduation, and compare the different forms of borrowing to pay for post-secondary education. They plan to see.
These machines are down. What do you have? That's a damn dime. And if you're stranded, especially as a woman or a man, if you're stranded, you don't have a ride. You know what I mean? So, make sure, again, lose your cell phone. You don't have your ride. You don't have cash. What we have? So please walk with cash on you. You never know when you're going to need it. And it doesn't have to be a really large amount. Just have enough that you can get back home. Have enough that you can grab a drink if you're thirsty or hungry. Just have enough cash on you. And it happens once in a while. You have your debit or your credit card and you shoot it and get to go to the big machine. But you know what I mean? Like, for the most part, try to...
Such a dope thing. I'm happy that they're doing this. So
like the practical aspect of it. Right, the actual application of
cash on you.
Exactly.
Also, number 5, ladies and some men, please stop thinking that when a man or woman offers you or a friend a drink, that we don't mean your whole crew is going to drink off of that. Okay?
Ladies.
Whatever, that's men's too. I see some men drinking.
Thank you.
Your boy just buy the whole bottle and you drinking it with your homeboys over there. Anyways, ladies in particular, fine, Rich, I'll be more specific. Your whole crew don't need to drink off of this one man's bottle, okay? So, again, if the man is offering to the crew, that's all.
You're now not just saying, okay, let's just do this for fun, but it actually makes sense when you have to actually get to do it.
But if he's only offering it to you, because I never get offended. If my homegirl gets offered a drink and I don't, I'm not like, oh my god, like, he's so whack. I don't care. I barely drink, to be very honest, but so I'm like, it's not a big deal to me. But it's obviously nice when a gentleman offers to get your drink. But if he's offering your homegirl, not your homegirl and her 10 girls that came with her, that's not who he offered the drink to. So please don't do that. You're welcome. See, this is club etiquette. I know what I'm talking about. This is my number 1. This is what happened to me this weekend. I'll talk about it in 2 seconds. Actually, I'll talk about it at the end. Number 6, respect people's personal.
Police are appealing for information after a 16-year-old boy was stabbed at a house party in Oshawa over the weekend. Police
period. On the dance floor, anywhere. This specifically happened to me. I don't care if I say it right now. This specifically happened to me where I was dancing with my girlfriends, and one particular person who knew my girlfriends was dancing, came over to us and was dancing with them. However, she stood in front of me, so she kept bunksing me. You know what I mean? And I'm a person, you can bunks me a couple of times, because again, it's a club, it's crowded, I don't mind. But if you keep bunksing me, don't even look back to acknowledge that you were hitting me or bunksing me, or even apologize. I have a little problem.
Outside a home in Hillrise Street at around 1 a.m. yesterday, a teenage boy was found suffering from minor symptoms and was
gently guided her away from me, because that's what I do. I don't, like, you're in my personal space, I'm going to guide you away. Not a push, but just a guide. And she turned around like, don't push me, don't touch me. And she's like making up noise, and I'm like,
these are your friends' people?
My friends' people. And I'm just like, well, you're in my space. If you weren't touching me, I wouldn't need to guide you off of me. You know what I mean? But she just kept yelling, don't push me, like making a scene. But I'm looking at her like, I need to make a scene. I don't do much talking, to be honest. I know I look little. I don't do the talking business. So if you want to do something, knuck if you buck, but I can.
And Officers are searching the area, but were not able to locate the suspect. The suspect is described as a black.
So I don't know what you want, but she just kind of made a lot of noise, and I'm just like, I wasn't looking to fight with you. If you came and see me standing there, and you come in front of me and bunks me, and I finally guide you away from me. Now I could have tapped her and said, hey, can you move a little forward? But I'm just like, you didn't acknowledge to even say my bad for bunksing you. Yeah. So I guess I'm just gonna guide you off of me. So. You know, our homegirls were like, hey, chill, everything okay? I'm like, I'm good. I'm not even angry. I'm just telling her to keep, moving a little forward now at this point. But you're hyping. Like, there's no need to hype.
Wearing a black clothing and was armed with a large knife. Police said, anyone information, please contact.
You're making a scene because what? You want to look big and bad. Then she went to my bestie like, your friend pushed me. Like, are you? She's like 45, 49 years old. I don't know. You're a grown-ass woman. I don't know why you're trying to fight in the club because I wasn't trying to fight you. I was just trying to make it very clear that you're in my personal space. So be aware of people's personal space and surroundings, and also be aware if you're bumping people, because I'm aware when I bump people. I'm very quick to be like, my bad, I'm sorry. I have no problems apologizing when it comes to bumping people. And if somebody guided me, I'd be like, oh, my bad, was I on you? Yeah, thanks for letting me know. She was quick.
I don't know when that's going to happen, but hopefully people speak up. I know we're always on the no snitching tip.
Get off, don't push, yelling. So I'm going to restrain from, I'm going to woosah, which I've been woosahing a lot, and I've been doing really well with that. So I didn't push her, and I hate the fact that she kept saying push, so I'm thinking, I know, I'm good at pushing, and I can push you, but you would have fell if I pushed you. But anywho, I guided you off of me, and if that was a problem for you, I'm sorry, just don't be in my space next time, and don't bump me, and we wouldn't have that issue. Anywho, moving on. Ladies, if you know it's that time of the month,
come forward, because you never know. It could be your family, it could be yourself, and you definitely want people to come help you out. So
definitely wearing light colors, or very short skirts.
Have you seen somebody's period on their clothing?
I have. And it happens to us too. It happened to me one time. I'll never forget. I wore white. Unless it's all white party and you gotta wear white, I get that. You already got your tickets. Who cares? But just make sure you're double up. You know what I'm talking about, ladies. But I one time was wearing white at a party, and I was on that time of the month and working out, and then you're drinking, and ladies, when you drink, it gets heavier. So with that being said, by the end of the
those using the Don Valley Parkway today will be or today and going forward.
Lucky nobody's seen, but when I went home, I was like, wow, I should have definitely not have worn white today. So
see, I'm a guy, so I'm trying to I'm imagining a big red spot.
It wasn't even red. It's more of a brownish at this point because it's blended with fluids. So I don't want to be a TMI, but it was in between the crotches area. So you would have noticed it. It wasn't on my butt. However, that happened to me long ago. I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't really care. Another time, actually, I was wearing a tampon, and I was wearing a shirt dress. And by the time I'm like,
enough time to get around to commute, because there's going to be a series of lane closures taking effect to allow
I feel like the string is hanging. Because ladies, we know we got to tuck the string, right? I didn't really tuck the string, and it was kind of hanging. However, I made sure I didn't rock out that day. And when I went back home, I seen the string, and I was like, I barely bent over, and it was hanging. And I was like, I'm embarrassed.
Somebody saw.
I'm hoping nobody did.
Guarantee somebody saw.
But either which way, no one took a video of me, so I haven't seen
videos. Which is
that's the ultimate, I don't want that to be me. So please restrain from doing that, ladies. No work out if you're wearing a.
But starting today, the southbound passing lane will be closed between Lawrence Avenue East and Don Mills Road.
And you have a tampon on, you know what can happen. Number 8, know your limit when it comes to consuming alcohol. There's nothing worse than a sloppy drunk, man or woman. Please, know yourself. Number 9, men, please read body language and signs when trying to speak to a lady. You know she is not interested in you. If you are asking her 10 times for a dance, for a little ting, and she's just like, I'm good, I'm a man, I'm not right now. Just read the language. Read the body language. You're pretty sure she already told you no in nice way.
From Don Mills Road to Lawrence Avenue East, the northbound and southbound HOV lanes will also be closed.
Or she turned her back by the time she saw you see her. You know what I mean? So read body language. This is what we're trying to help you with. And number 10.
I don't talk to girls that close, but go on. I just can't.
No, because it's not always that beef.
It doesn't matter. I'm not even taking a chance. I'm good.
And lastly, leave your stank-ass attitude at home. If you are coming to the club and you are already pissed and angry for whatever reason, stay at home. Mm-hmm. If you're going to the club to look for a fight, stay at home. Because these shootings, I'm tired of it. These beefs, these fights that end these parties.
And the closures are expected to remain in effect until, like I mentioned, late August. And from the first
over it, so like I said, Minnewana fights. However, if you knock, it have a buck. So please don't do it. Keep that shit at home. It's not that necessary. And that is my 10 etiquettes of the club forever. Not just for the summer, but forever. 10 club etiquettes. But we have no more time. Look at that. Perfect timing. So I want to say thank you for tuning in to BChic, Not Bougie. I'm your host, Delecia, alongside DJ Richie. Please tune in next week. We'll have so much more. We're going to bring in more guests. I just feel like we've just been all over the place. And it's summertime. Yeah. It's been so hard to really focus on just one particular.
Aging bridges over the busy